Hi, are you Ethan?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm going to be talking with you today to see if we can help you out a little bit. What's brought you in today?
Lately, I just been going through a hard time, and I'm just looking for some help.
Of course, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you've taken the time to come in so we can try to see what help we can find for you. A little bit about me. I've been working here at the clinic for just over 2 years now, and I've really enjoyed being able to help people overcome some of the struggles they've been going through. So I'm glad I get the opportunity to do that with you today. A little bit before we start, is it okay if we talk about confidentiality?
Sure.
Okay, so just a little bit about that. I just want you to know that this is a safe space. I want you to feel like you can share the things that you need to that are on your mind. And everything that you share is going to stay between us, except there are a few exceptions to this. If I have reason to suspect abuse regarding children, elderly, or disabled people, by law I'm required to break confidentiality and report that. I also, if I think that there is risk of imminent harm or death to you or another person, I'm also required to break confidentiality and seek help for those people. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, well, let's get started then. So, can you tell me a little bit more about the situation, what you've been going through?
Yeah, so basically, I've recently just turned 18, and my parents decided to kick me out of the house, and things would more or less would be okay if I had funds to sustain myself. But when I got my first job, I was 15 or so, and they helped me set up my own bank account and all that stuff. But when I went to access those funds, it turns out that they put that account not under my name but theirs. So I don't have any money, I don't have anywhere to, I have nowhere to stay. I've just been out on the streets, just sleeping wherever I could. And right now I'm even more nervous about this winter coming. And I don't know if I can make it through the winter. I feel like I just don't know if it's, I just feel sometimes it's not worth trying anymore.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah, I can tell how hard that situation would be and is for you right now. Before we go too in depth into maybe some things we can do to help, you had mentioned there at the end that you don't know, if you can keep going, if things are worth it. Have you had any thoughts of suicide?
I have, but this is something I've thought more about. I did have some thoughts, but the more I thought about it, I just couldn't see myself going through with it. I'm one to, I just see myself trying to beat this and not trying to quit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So to summarize what you had said, and tell me if I'm missing anything, you'd been living with your parents and you'd been saving some money, but then when you turned 18, your parents kicked you out, and those funds weren't available to you anymore because they didn't go where you thought they would, and now you're living on the street and you don't have anywhere to stay and you're worried about winter. Did I get that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. So going forward, you said you had funds. Well, that money had come from somewhere that you had saved. Do you currently have a job?
Yeah, sorry, that's something I forgot to mention. I did have a job, but since me being kicked out of the house, I wasn't able to keep myself more or less like clean or looking nice for that job, so they let me go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Ethan, I think that it's really awesome that you had the drive and the will to start working at a young age. Even before you were 18, you were already working and saving. And those are really good attributes to have, someone who's willing to work hard and to save. And I can tell that you're looking towards the future, which is really awesome. And I think that, you've just fallen on a hard time, but if we help you get back on your feet, then you'll just be able to take right back off again. So what do you think, looking forward, what would help you the most right now to continue to move forward or see yourself where you want to be in the next little bit?
I would say is having somewhere where I can just let alone sleep and not have to worry about getting kicked off or especially what the weather's going to be like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you feel like if you had somewhere to stay that you'd be able to get a job?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That would help you. Are there any other strengths that you feel like you have that can help you going forward? Are you worried about getting a job or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't say I'm worried about getting a job per se. I feel like I do have a decent work ethic, and I have a varied number of different types of skills. I've tried a good number of things. Took some classes in high school where I could. So I don't think finding a job would be too hard. I mean, just anything to start making me more financially stable.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay, Ethan, well, I think we can come up with a plan to help you out a little bit. Here at the Crisis Center, we have access to some resources that I'd like to share with you. The main one of which is a crisis housing agency. And so what we could do is I could refer you over to that agency, and if you go and talk with them, they can help you find some temporary housing while you start working, so you can save up and figure out, they can help you find a more permanent place to stay. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, and so I can give you that information, and I can go up to the desk with you and help them sort out how to get a hold of them and whatnot. It sounds like you're pretty confident in your ability to find a job, I can also just give you a list if you ever decide that you're interested of some job skill development classes or some lists of people that are hiring that you might be able to reach out to in case you want to look at that more.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay. Can you commit to calling and talking with the agency within the next couple days to see what they can do for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. In the meantime, is there anything that I can do for you right now? I know you said you've been homeless and living on the streets. Do you need any emergency food right now, or maybe some different clothes?
Right now, I probably haven't eaten in, or at least real food in a couple days. So, I mean, if it would be possible, like some food would be good, but
Of course. When we go up to the receptionist desk, I can get you a voucher for a couple meals. And then in the meantime, it might take a day or two to stay at the crisis housing center, but there is a overnight shelter that you can stay at for the next night or two until you get the other arrangements set up.
that would be awesome.
Okay, well, Ethan, I'm so glad that you came in to talk with us today, and we can go up to the desk and see what we can do for you.
Alright, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.